Will AI eliminate most white collar jobs? Well, the CEO of Anthropic definitely thinks so. He's saying around 50% of all entry level jobs will be eliminated. He's also urging consumers and lawmakers to prepare and take action. Today, we're going to be looking into AI and its possible implications that it's going to have on the job market. A lot of people are thinking this could actually lead to a global depression.
Why are you raising the alarm? AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs and spike unemployment to 10 to 20%. How soon might that happen?
I really worry, particularly at the entry level, that the AI models are very much at the center of what an entry level human worker would do. And these technology changes have happened before, but I think what is striking to me about this AI boom is that it's bigger and it's broader and it's moving faster than anything has before. And so compared to previous technology changes, I'm a little bit more worried about the labor impact simply because it's happening so fast that yes, people will adapt, but they may not adapt fast enough, and so there may be an adjustment period.
Why
an adjustment period? That just means a lot of people are going to be out of work. They're not going to have jobs. There's going to be a recession, and only until the robots can fully take over and our government gives us a universal income, that income, they're going to tell you what you can buy with it, how you spend your money. They're going to track everything. So this technology is a lot different than anything. I mean, Excel at the time blew the world away. It replaced bookkeepers, a lot of entry-level jobs, but this is completely different. This can do a ton of the work for you. So you don't need these entry-level jobs. Why would you hire people unless you wanted to take a bet on them?
The whole nature of employment is going to change. There aren't manufacturing jobs coming back. There aren't more coal mining jobs coming back. No matter what you do to the EPA, they are going to be, a lot of these jobs are going to be gone. Now, there's still physical things. If you do infrastructure, you can kind of, buy some time, right? Spend more, get temporary jobs to build roads, build bridges, which is all fine and good, right? I think you can get a return on much of those things. But you're going to have to recognize that there are going to be more people out of work. So,
through this innovation.
Yeah.
So essentially what you made the case for is education and job training for grown-ups.
No.
No?
No, I think that won't matter, right? What are you going to go back and learn to do?
What it takes, right? I mean, whether it's finance, whether it's software programming.
Finance, that's the easiest thing. You just take the data and have it spit out whatever you need, right? I personally think there's going to be a greater demand in 10 years for liberal arts majors than there were for programming majors and maybe even engineering, because when the data is all being spit out for you, options are being spit out for you, you need a different perspective in order to have a different view of the data.
Yeah, as we grew and evolved as a country, we realized that we don't have to pay Americans to get our products made. Instead, we can pay people overseas for a fraction of the cost. And then on top of that, we were told that these jobs aren't sexy. You need to go to college. You need to get a degree. So that way you can get a white collar job and sit in the office and get paid more. But there's a large chance that these jobs we've eliminated are not going to come back. It doesn't make sense for companies to build out the infrastructure and hire Americans, at least not in the short term. So what are people going to do whenever there's no manufacturing jobs available? And then they're also replacing white collar jobs with AI.
I have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I'm currently unemployed and I'm trying to find a job and I'm not able to find a job. I feel like if you are not currently looking for a job right now in today's job market, then you will not understand how actually hard it is to find a decent paying job. Even if you have all the credentials, I have 2 degrees, I have experience, I have a good resume, I have it all, and I'm still not able to find anything. And people ask me, like, what do you want to do? Like, what's your, dream career? What's your dream job? And honestly, I don't have one. I don't dream of working. I don't want to work. There's no career or job that I can think of that I would be like, yeah, I would love to do that every single day and spend more of my time there than in my home that I pay a crap ton of money for. No, I don't dream of working. My dream life, my dream day is to wake up by the beach or some body of water and drink my coffee and read my book, then take an afternoon nap and then read my book inside and then have a nice dinner. That's my dream daily life. But I know in order to get there, I need some kind of money.
I'm glad she realizes that jobs aren't sexy. People don't want to work. And to get to where you want to be in life, you have to make money. But there's a lot of people that are coming out of college that aren't able to get jobs that can pay them a livable wage. She at least understands that it doesn't have to be sexy. She just wants to work. Now, according to Forbes, only 30% of 2025 graduates and 41% of 2024 graduates found entry-level jobs in their fields. I remember how hard it was to get a job out of college. You had to have years of experience to even get an entry-level position. But how are you supposed to get an entry-level position straight out of college whenever you don't have any experience? It didn't make a lot of sense. A lot of this population took on debt to get a degree in a field that they're not going to even be able to get a job in. So where are these people going to go? They're going to have to start looking in other fields. They're going to have to get into maybe blue collar work, trades. The options are there. If you want to make money, there's still a lot of jobs out there. But if AI keeps advancing, what's going to happen to this generation or the next and the next?
There is something a little different going on. Right now, we all live in the most unusual time ever. And this is something that people might say often, but I think it's actually true this time. And the reason it's true this time is because of AI, right? Obviously. I mean, from what I hear, the AI of today has already changed what it means to be a student by a pretty considerable degree. That's what I sense, and I think it's true. But of course, the impact of AI goes beyond that. What happens to the kind of work we do? Well, it's starting to change a little bit in some unknown and unpredictable ways. And some work may feel it sooner, some work might feel it later. With today's AI, you can go on Twitter and you can look at what AI can do and what people say. And you might feel a little bit of that. You wonder, hey, which skills are useful, which ones will be less useful. So you got these questions going on. And so you can say that the current level of challenge is how will it affect work and our careers. But the real challenge with AI is that it's really unprecedented and really extreme. And it's going to be very different in the future compared to the way it is today. Like, we've all seen AI, we've all spoken to a computer, and a computer has spoken back to us, which is a new thing. Computers would not do this in the past, but now they do.
All right, to lighten the mood just a little bit, I don't think AI is actually going to be able to develop a super or general intelligence. To bridge that gap would take a lot, and I don't think it's even possible. First of all, you have to have these giant data centers they're building, but they require so much fresh water and energy that it's going to become a huge disaster. Also, these companies are pouring so much money into AI when really it's just a language model.
So you speak to a computer, and it understands you, and it speaks back to you, and it also does it in voice, and it writes some code. It's pretty crazy. But there are so many things it cannot do as well, and it's so deficient. So you can say it still needs to catch up on a lot of things. But it's evocative. It's good enough that you can ask yourself, you could imagine, okay, fine. In some number of years, some people say it's in 3, some people say it's in 5, 10, numbers are being thrown around. It's a bit hard to predict the future. But slowly but surely, or maybe not so slowly, AI will keep getting better. And the day will come when AI will do all the things that we can do. Not just some of them, but all of them. Anything which I can learn, anything which any one of you can learn, the AI could do as well.
I can't be the only one that sees that AI has already put coders, data scientists, website builders on the back burner, and we're quickly seeing a world where even things like paralegals, CNAs, administrative work, marketers that are just completely out of date now in comparison to the instantaneous 24/7, doesn't require payroll worker that is now AI. How many kids are sitting in their 3rd or 5th year of college getting their degree in their specific niche, knowing now that AI more than likely is not just going to be a competitive factor in their job market, but may outright replace them, if not already, soon. Even gig economy things like, let's talk about content creation. Do you understand how much content is going to be going out? How many creators are going to be AI backed, AI infused, AI optimized to pump out so much content at a corporate level that we're going to lose trust in new faces and new voices. You're going to see a new creator pop.
It's already happening. People are losing trust in media right now as we speak. I think it might also be an older generation thing, but I've had my parents show me a video that's AI generated and they actually believe it's real. Is this going to happen? Like, these people are going to continue to get scammed. I wonder how bad it's going to be as AI actually gets
Up,
better.
and you're going to think, is this AI? Is this person real? We're going to cling to the creators we know, and the creator space, the content creator space, is going to become so much more competitive with optimal content. I watched an AI gorilla do a vlog from a forest, and it was good. And it was completely built by AI. AI podcasts, AI creators, AI content streams, AI job markets. We're going to be not just influenced, we are going to be infiltrated by AI. And within the next year, within the next 12 months, save this, rub it in my face if I'm wrong, but in the next 12 months, we are going to see the death of the entry-level white-collar economy. Anything involves a computer, anything that involves a screen, if it helps generate your revenue, you need to start looking in the eye the technology that is coming up, because it is going to alter things so dramatically, and we're not having these conversations when we already have a struggling middle class, when we already have a wage problem, when we already have a systemic issue that is rooted in a power and lust for money issue. At a corporate and political level, a power and money issue that has bled into where we're at today, a space race for the best AI, and all it's going to do is displace the middle class even further from having a potential route to success by completely decimating the out-of-college entry-level position in the white-collar economy.
Boom. Guy nailed it. Absolutely. We have so many things that are going wrong in our country already. It's a house is basically unaffordable. The stock market continues to go up for absolutely no reason. Everyone's getting laid off. The entry-level job is almost impossible to get now. So that just leaves the question of, where is this all headed? It's capitalistic. They're going to continue to push out AI until it fully replaces white-collar jobs. That's the goal for them, profits. But what about the people? They're going to suffer for a short term until AI takes over, and then the robots are telling us what to do and we live on a basic income from the government, and then the government's going to tell us how to spend that money, what we can use. They're going to track everything that we're doing. So we're literally automating ourselves into a depression, and there's nothing people can do to stop it. They're billion-dollar corporations, and all they want is money. The people at the top are going to continue to get richer, and it's going to divide the country. People at the bottom are going to get poor. And the thing is, this isn't just going to be a money issue, right? This is going to be a resource issue. The people at the top, money's going to become pointless. Everyone at the bottom, nobody's going to have money. The most valuable thing is going to be the resources, and the billionaires are going to hoard them. Then what's going to happen? Everyone's going to riot. They're going to start killing each other. That's like the extreme. That's the extreme. But there is a future or world that looks like that. So, I think, look, I think we might be headed somewhere we don't want to be going. I think if you're looking for a job right now, keep looking. It's not the end of the world. Trades will continue to do well until robots can do that. Eventually, there's going to be a guy that pulls up to your house to mow your yard, and he just gets out and lets the robots out and they do their thing. That will happen. That's the next boom, is the robotics. But let me know what you think. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, give me a like, subscribe, And I'm going to continue to be pushing out videos the rest of the few weeks here, and I look forward to it.